Hello, awakened beings. Welcome to this channel, Awakened Gifts. Here I do tarot and oracle readings. Sometimes I do meditations and reiki, but majority of it is tarot and oracle because I enjoy being a channel for divine messages to come through and support you along your spiritual journey. All right. Today for this video, I have a pick a pile. So here's pile 1 and here's pile 2. So I would just pause the video and just allow your intuition to guide you on which pile has messages for you. It is okay if you watch both, it doesn't matter. Just whatever you're guided towards, okay? Let's see here. There's something else I was going to say. Oh, this is a meet your spirit guides type of reading. And so each pile is just a guide coming forward, just so you can get a little bit more information about them, what they're like and what they're wanting to support you on, things like that. Because sometimes, when we're starting out in our spiritual journey or things like that, it's hard for us to hear and connect. And so I just want to support you with that if that's something you're seeking. All right. So let's get started with pile 1. Okay, welcome, pile 1. If this is your reading, I'm about to tell you a little bit about your spirit guide channel, what's coming through, what I see, and just kind of relay that through to you. So let's go ahead and get started. We got Knight of Pentacles, Angel of Song, so right away I'm getting that this is a spirit guide that wants to support you with your dreams or ambitions. They want to support you with goals and like creating. They want to help you with manifestation, guiding you in directions in which you want to go. They're helping to put the steps underneath your feet. Okay, but they're also doing that in a way that is they could be steering you towards, or like they could communicate with you through music, through like phrases and TV shows, just kind of like things that you hear repeatedly or that you might get a feeling like that just pop into your head sometimes that you remember. But it just seems like this person or this spirit, I'm so used to saying that, but this energy communicates primarily, probably mostly through music for you, but it seems like it's more for motivation, more for affirmation, and more of like getting your head right. So I primarily see it like being music that motivates you, things that motivate you. And motivation looks different for everybody, so I'm not necessarily saying that this energy is like steering you towards TED Talks or somebody preaching about whatever. No, it's whatever they know will motivate you. So keep that in mind. Okay, we have work. I am now available to receive all who can benefit from my work. Use me to relieve suffering on the planet. May all who need me find me. The divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide. This person, or why do I keep saying this person? It could be that they're like an ancestor then. They could either be an ancestor or they could be an energy that lived as a human at some point. In their journey. So yeah, they're definitely coming through with life experience in some kind of way, and I definitely feel like this is somebody who this actually could be somebody who like served, like is a veteran or something. I'm just seeing somebody who like walked away from home or that walked away from their family, but not just because they wanted to, it's because they had to. This is an energy of somebody who does what needs to be done, and that's why they really like push you or try to support you to manifest or materialize the things that you want, because they're very hardworking and they like know what it takes. They know how to sacrifice. Okay. Geez, they're very intense. It's quite interesting because they're intense and like being a go-getter and ambitious, but they're very lighthearted. They're lighthearted as well. Like they have a big heart. So they're not like a rock of a person that's very like tough lovey. Okay, they do have a heart. So I feel that coming through. We have photograph. So this also confirms that they lived life as a person at some point. I'm not necessarily getting a sense that they're like a family member or something. If I do get that energy, I'll say it. But all I feel right now is that they were a person, a human at some point. Okay. Um, Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Actually, this could be the confirmation right here. Yeah, this could be the confirmation right here that this is an ancestor or family member for you. Okay. Yeah, that's what. Okay, now I'm getting it. It's so funny. I picked the card up, but I was finishing my thoughts and then actually paid attention to the card. Um, but, anyways, this is somebody who they know how to walk away from stuff. They know how to move forward. And like I said, they know how to take risk and do what they need to do because they also have an understanding of like, in order to obtain, you have to sacrifice. And so they understand that. Okay, help me put this into words, please. They're saying like greater good, for the greater good. So, they're saying that sometimes you have to do things or because you know that they will benefit more people than just one. And so they're saying like with their family, they took the opportunity because it was going to help their family more than just themselves, right? Okay, so that's what they're talking about. So this could also be somebody. So if you are somebody who is interested in like generational wealth, like making sure your children are straight, making sure you leave some sort of a legacy or something like that, this guide can really help you with that because that's what their energy is like. It's very much like setting up foundations and stability. So that's what they were like as a person. Is there anything else you want me to communicate to the viewer? They're resilient. They're saying that they're resilient and so are you. Okay, yeah, they're definitely coming through as like some sort of a family member or very close to the family. They could be a friend of the family, if anything, um, in some sort of life. I don't know. But yeah, they're just saying like, I'm resilient and so are you. Like, basically, like, you have it in you too, you have it in your blood. Okay. Anything else? That's pretty much what I got. Okay. Well, let me just see if they want to say something to you besides that. What do you want to say to the viewer here? Well, oh, I rarely get this card, so this is going to be interesting. I hardly ever see it. Okay, it says true love. Your wholeness and safety lie within, not from a partner. But this sovereignty actually leads to the deepest intimacy for you to stop using others. Let me stand on my own feet, dear Lord, and know true love. Okay. Okay. Um, Interesting. I definitely feel like they want to communicate a message of, so like for them, right, they left their family or stepped away from their family in order to provide for them. So they took a risk, or they did what they need to do to be supportive. And so with the true love, I also feel like you're deserving of somebody like that. Like, it's almost like they're definitely a father figure or a masculine type of energy here for sure. I could have said that earlier, but they're very much like, one, they did say like, you don't need to They're like, you can stand on your own. You don't need a partner to affirm you or to validate you or anything like that. Like, you can validate yourself. You're strong, you're sturdy. Like, you can do everything that you desire, right? So that's the first message. The second message is, when you do come together with a partner or another person, that you deserve true love that, like, where people sacrifice for you, you know what I mean? Or like have your best interest at heart, and they do what they need to do to protect your love and your relationship and things like that. And so this person is like very serious. They're just saying that don't waste your time on people or things that aren't ready to give you the type of love that you deserve. Okay. Okay. All right. A period. So, that is your reading pile number one. Just kind of keeping it short since I'm doing two piles. But yeah, you got a good guide on your team there. So, oh, hold on. What's a way that... So they already said they communicate with you through like words or things that you hear, songs, things like that. But what kind of offerings do you like, in case the viewer would like to make offerings to you? What kind of offerings do you like? Let's use this deck. Okay, they already said sunshine. They like being outside. So maybe you can take an intentional walk somewhere. I don't know, a mindful walk, where you're just kind of being intentional about connecting with them. Like, hey, the energy from this walk that I'm about to do, it's to connect with you and honor you, basically. They'll appreciate that. So they said something about walk outside, sightseeing, but not sightseeing where like you're traveling, taking a bunch of pictures and doing all this social media stuff. No, they don't care about that. They care about mindfulness and intention. So if you're going to a place, sit there and like just kind of allow it to be you and the space, if that makes sense. So, allowing yourself to be calm and relaxed and intentional to where you can hear them or honor them or appreciate the site that you're at. Okay, appreciate the scenery. Okay, so yeah, that's a way that you can honor them. What else would you like as offering? They like a list, or like if you have a list of goals or a vision board or something like that. Like I said, they're very big on intention. And so if they see you being intentional and having like aspects of that, some sort of to-do list, whatever, then that's your way, or that could be a way that you can honor them as well or bond with them. Okay, last one. Ooh. Standing on business. Standing on business. And so this person really wants you to know your worth and really like stop and like not waste your time on people or things that aren't going to contribute to your goals. Like if it's counterproductive to your goals, it's counterproductive to your vision, your dreams, bigger things. If it's counterproductive to your like if it harms you, if it's something that like, okay, here's this quote. This person on TikTok asked, they were like, how long should I let somebody disrespect me until I say something? And then the guy goes, how long do you drink poison until it... So basically it's like, you shouldn't take any of it, right? And so with the stabbed in the back, this guide is really communicating like, quit tolerating stuff that is beneath you. They don't want that. They don't, or things that disrupt your growth, your solidarity. Solidarity is not the word. What did they say earlier? Things that disrupt your sovereignty, the truth of you, who you are, what you're building, your well-being, things like that. They really want you to like stand on your own and not be reliant on others for their stability, or because it's fake. It's not true stability. It's not true love. It's not, no. They don't want people around you that are like giving you empty promises, or like just being flimsy, not having a sense of direction or anything in life. Like, no, like that is taking away from you. It's wasting your energy. So this person really is like, no nonsense. Okay. So yeah, they're saying a way that you can honor them is just being intentional with who you have around you, and like raising your standards. Okay. So yeah, that's just the way you can honor them, acknowledge them, and thank them. Yeah. Okay, so moving on to pile number 2. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Okay. Okay, welcome to your reading. If you selected pile number 2, I'm going to go ahead and channel the guide that is around you, what they're like, and how they communicate with you, and you know what they want to say to you. So let's just go ahead and check in, see what we got, who we got here. Okay, we got the Page of Wands. Interesting. Let's keep going. We got the Angel of Snow. We got empowerment and karmic relationship. This person is mysterious. It's like I'm not getting a lot from them right away. It's like they don't want to tell me too much. And that kind of goes with this Angel of Snow here. So this is an energy that is, yeah, mysterious or introverted or like recluse. It could be that they enjoy fall and winter seasons. Okay, so this is a guy that has something to do with transformation, like the energy to transform. And that's why they like the fall and winter seasons, because it's more like for clarity. Clarity to change directions in life or to release things. Okay. We got empowerment. When you ask the divine to take over, you get pulled into your own authentic power. It's a force of inner love that wants your wholeness and magnificence. Unfold my true and radiant self, dear Lord. Okay, yeah, that goes into what I was saying about transformation. They're giving like a butterfly energy. What else? Fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go. Yeah, this energy, it's almost like they light a candle. They light a way for you to see cycles. They illuminate cycles for you. Okay. And what I mean by that is they work with you on breaking cycles. But first they have to make you aware of it, right? They have to make you aware that the cycle is harmful, or that, you know, it no longer suits you anymore, and how you can, and put you into a space of fall and winter. So that doesn't necessarily mean like a outside season, but you definitely can probably hear them more during the fall and winter seasons. You can hear them more or feel inclined or intuitive towards changes. So they're like louder during that time. But it just seems like their end goal ultimately with you is to illuminate cycles for you to see clearly and break them. Okay. Can you tell me a little more about you, though? Thank you for working with the viewer on that, but let's know a little bit more about you. We got 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Let's hear a little bit more about you. Separation. Okay, so this is an energy that they practice non-attachment. And so this is an energy where they're able to accept each lesson and then they allow it to wither and move on because they understand natural cycles. So like they understand that, oh wow, this rose is so beautiful here, but you know, comes a time where it will wither and it'll go back to being a seed or a stem or whatever, and then it'll blossom again. So they understand this natural cycle, and although it's painful for them, because we have Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is having everything that you desire, but then that being like changing. And so this is an energy of they're happy with what they have at all times. Like, yes, there's sadness there, but they're happy with what they have or what they bless with. This is an energy that is very optimistic. Well, optimistic isn't even the word. They just have a deep wisdom. They have a wisdom of natural cycles, and that's what helps them understand or not become too attached to things. And so, you know, they're grateful for what they have, but once, you know, things change or it kind of withers away and there's something new for them, they understand that it's just another blessing coming their way. So I feel like this is something that they work with you on, of like, you know, not getting too attached to what you have, because happiness is internal, intrinsic. Okay. Yes, it can come out as, you know, manifestations in 3D of like objects you have, connections you have, you know, things that you have. But ultimately, you have memory, and even if memory fades, your soul remembers. Okay, so this is an energy that is literally like, honestly, when I first looked at this Page of Wands, I was feeling like it was kind of angelic. So you could have an angel with you, or an energy that is like, there's also like an awakened master. So an awakened master are human beings that achieved enlightenment in their lifetime. And so that would be like Buddha, Jesus, or Yahweh, whatever you path you follow. But those are examples of human beings that achieved enlightenment in their human time as a human. And so they have like a certain level of intelligence and knowledge and wisdom of how the universe works, that keeps them at peace. Because like I said, they don't practice attachment, they practice non-attachment. So it's very, very likely that this is either some sort of angelic being, or it's a human that just really connected with source and just has this deep knowing. Interesting. Yeah, this is somebody who, okay, here's another thing. So this is somebody who, it's almost like they lived like their existence can be lonely, because if they were a human, they had great connections, Ten of Pentacles, but there were things about like the universe, or that they understood, that they couldn't connect with people on. People didn't have that level of intelligence to understand them, but they could connect with them, you know, like emotionally or in different ways. And so it's just one of those things where like they were meant to be with people, whether they were their karmic lesson or the other person was their karmic lessons, but they would have these interactions with people, and then they just understood that, okay, that lesson is done, that experience is done. But yeah, I do feel like there is some loneliness there, but they're not necessarily sad about it. It's like they understand that it's part of their purpose or their journey. Like they've accepted that about their journey. Okay. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to say about yourself? That's the main thing. Yeah, that's what I see. Yeah, they're just really heavy on the non-attachment. Because even with the snow card, like, look, the building is all like old. It's, it's a structure that kind of faded with time, but at the end of the day, they still remember those people. They still remember those experiences because, like I said, their soul carries it. So yeah, that's really what they want you to understand, is that it's okay to be sad about stuff, but at the end of the day, happiness is intrinsic and it'll always be with you. So, Page of Wands here. That energy is always with you. You just have to like keep it lit within yourself. Okay? So for the other pile, I asked what kind of ways you could honor them. So let's see. What are some ways that the viewer can honor you or build a connection with you? They're already saying you can write your releases. So like they're like you could write, like, let's say write a letter to your past self, or write something about, just write down your pains, write down your experiences with a person and how you felt, like maybe you regret certain things or whatever. It's literally like I lost it, I'm sorry. I just have to explain it the way that I see it, because the word's not coming to me. But when confessions, or yeah, so like when the priests or whatever, when they like give people the opportunity to confess their sins or like their regrets or things that they want to just get off of their heart, that's what they're saying. Like, you can write that stuff out, and then burn it or shred it, rip it, whatever. But if you're actively releasing something, that's a way that you can honor them, because that's what they want you to do. That's what they're with you for, to support you with that. And so, if you're doing that kind of work, that's how you can build a connection with them. Okay, so what else? How else can they build a connection with you? Seven of Wands. They want you to be... Okay, I don't know how this is going to... I don't know how this is going to translate, but they're saying to just kind of develop a little bit like tougher skin. But let me be clear. Developing tougher skin doesn't necessarily mean like closing your heart off and, not loving, not giving, or anything like that. It just, because like I said earlier, it's like, they enjoyed connections and what they had, but they just understood the natural cycle. And so with Seven of Wands, I just feel like, yeah, develop tougher skin, but, you can still be open with your heart, while just having an understanding of natural order. That sounds very tough lovey. Can you help? How can they develop tough skin but like still open their heart? Like, what do you mean? Direction. Oh, okay, that's better. Thank you. They're saying trust where you're being guided. Okay, so you can, kind of shift your mindset of like, although this is changing or I'm releasing something, I ultimately have faith in where I'm supposed to be and what I'm doing, and I have faith that it's going to be a blessing for me. They did say that earlier about themselves, that they just see it as each step, or each step along their journey is a blessing opening up. So let me read this. It says, Lord, please show me the right action right now. Please bring a sign and a miracle that gives clear direction. May I hear the promptings of my own body, and if for some reason I'm about to head the wrong way, please stop me. Yeah. So you can honor them and connect with them by listening to your intuition more, And so when things go against your intuition, then stand on business, protect yourself, be a little bit more tougher, more vocal. This is actually giving this card, not your guide, but this card is giving Sekhmet. So that's an energy of just being a little bit more fierce or protective of yourself. So that if others are trying to push your boundaries or things like that, you're very set on, you know what your direction is or where you're being guided, and you trust that. And that's actually very important, because something is coming up where sometimes people will try to offer you something like a salesperson. Oh, okay, this is gross. The energy is gross to me. That's what I mean. But they're showing me like a salesperson who is just trying to get you to do what they want, buy what they want. You know what I mean? But they're not telling you the truth because they just want you to get to do something. And so with the Seven of Wands and sense of direction, this guide really wants you to trust yourself, what you're sensing, and really protect that. Protect your direction, protect your guidance. Don't let somebody else tell you what you're guided to do or what you're going or what is for you. That's how you can honor your guide and connect with them, by listening and standing on business. Okay, and let's do one more way to honor the guide, because for the first pile I did 3 ways. So what's the last one here? Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so different things for self-care. But can you clarify this, please? Okay. We have a mask card. Not showing true feelings, hide personality, pretend. So they're telling you to live in your truth. And hold on, I'm waiting for them to give me a little bit more specifics. Okay, I got it. This kind of plays into the Nine of Wands a little bit. But they're kind of telling me that you could be a person who might want to like be on people's good side a lot. Like it's giving a little bit of Libra energy. You might just want people to see you in a good light. You want to be friends with everybody or whatever. That's what they're telling me. If that doesn't resonate, then okay. But with the Mask card, they're saying to honor the other side of you. Nurture your fierceness, nurture your boundaries, nurture, that other face, because it's not a bad thing. It's not bad for you to be assertive or to say no or to cut off connections. Okay, they're also showing me somebody who, let's say you've had a relationship and the person, like say you try to end things but the person comes back around and you hear them out. Okay, yeah, they're showing me that you're the type of person that would hear them out. And so with the Mask card and the Seven of Wands, they're just saying like you don't always have to give people, chances. You don't always have to kind of wait around for that confirmation that it's the end of the road for that thing. Like once you get a feeling, that something is not on your frequency or it's not for you, then start moving. And they're saying that with the Mask, you have that in you. You have this, there is a side of you that, stands on business, or that can be that way, can move. But it just feels like sometimes you might be worried about how people perceive that or may respond to that. You want to make sure that the air is clear and that you have maybe like are on good terms or something at the very least. But they're saying quit caring about that. You got to move where you need to move to, basically. And so just to bring it back to the Nine of Pentacles, look at this person. She's alone, but she's enjoying herself, her time in nature, the butterflies. And she just is like light in her energy because she knows who she is and that she can enjoy herself and her experience in the world. Carefree. Yeah, that's the word. Thank you. Carefree. So, dang. It's so interesting because in the beginning, they weren't really telling me a lot about themselves. Um, and now they're super chatty. So, they definitely care about you for sure. Because, like I said, they didn't really want to talk about themselves, but they want to talk about how they can help you, how they can support you, and things like that. So, this is a guide that really is just more focused on you. So, that's really cool. So, that's a way that you can honor them and bond with them, connect with them. If you write down some boundaries that you want to honor, if you spend more time doing things that nurture you or, tend to you, care for you versus others, that kind of thing. Practicing saying no, giving yourself permission to say no or not attend, events or whatever, things like that. And also giving yourself permission to not give people any more chances. If you feel like it's done, then it's okay for it to be done. So that's what I got from this guide. Let me know if it resonates. If it doesn't, feel free to check out the other pile just in case. But yeah, thank you for tuning into this reading and hope you got some good information there. Take care. Good luck on your journey.